And we are live. Welcome to another episode of the Ruski Show, starring your host, me, Ruski. I'm him, me, him. Welcome to the show. So, what do you want to talk about, YouTube? Let's talk about empathy. Let's talk about it. Empathy. To share the feelings, the ability to share the feelings of another individual. What I mean by that is, we are put on this planet for a reason. The reason is to meet others intellectually and have communities, conversations, grow, evolve, develop with others as a community, as a society. By the way, tonight's episode is brought to you by not calling the cops. That is what tonight's episode is brought to you by. Don't call the cops. Don't be a snitch. Moving on. Hello, Charbetty. How are you? Tonight's episode, Charbetty, is empathy, feelings and emotions, having what certain animals have, a sixth sense. Cats and dogs have it, so why not humans? Well, maybe because we don't care about people. Maybe in today's society, we have grown astray from the values of that we learned years ago, what our parents, our grandparents. What is that word, that trendy word people use? Narcissism. So how can you have empathy if you're narcissistic? You can't. You can't do both. You can't have your cake and eat it too. That doesn't work in this world. And everything is a choice. How you move, how you act, how you talk, how you speak with people, how you show feelings. If with empathy or without, whether you're a vain person and empathy is not really your thing. Hey, Payne, how are you? Thank you for joining the show. And remember, Payne, you just got here. So today's episode is sponsored by not calling the cops. Don't call the cops. Don't do it. So, and I'm sure everyone is empathetic on why we don't want to call the cops, because we don't want to go to jail. That's what's sponsored by, not going to jail. So we have to show empathy, feelings. Treat others the way we want to be treated by not calling the cops. So, I'm going to get off that. Yeah. Okay. Did I hit that blunt? Sorry. And never. Oh, snap. Yeah, I think you might. Yeah, I know. I heard what he just said. Right. Are you on the run? No. No, I'm just saying be empathetic and have feelings towards your fellow man. Be there for, be a friend, an ear, give good advice, structure. Because without feelings, we live in a world of chaos where people won't care about what you have to say. And we don't want a society full of squares. You can't have that type of thing. So, I know you're just kidding. I get it, Peyton. You're funny. All right. I'm going to assume, I don't want to assume your gender, but your name is Payne, so I don't know if you're a female that's been in the military or if you're a guy that has narcissism problems. Your name's Payne. I like it, though. Never change. Emotional damage, yes. That is what one may suffer without empathetic feelings. So when you have empathy, how do you use it? How do you use empathy? People talk about how you use it. Anyone? No, nothing. All right, let me educate and school the people. Well, that starts with you. It starts having an open opinion about whatever that you encounter in life. Try to look past what you see in front of you, your natural reaction, and try to think outside the box, outside of your selective way of thinking on a day-to-day basis. We can broaden our horizons. That's where empathy starts, thinking outside of yourself and what other people are going through. And that's hard because all of us are selfish in a way. In a way, we all are. There's no reason to deny it. That's where empathy starts, just thinking outside of oneself. Hello, Pippi. How are you? Hello, Ms. Liability. How are you? Thank you for all joining. I have a lot of women as fans here. That's cool. Charbetty's a woman. We got a lot of women. Anyways, moving on. That just says women are more empathetic than men. Women try to understand a situation more than males do. I think women get it more. And I didn't really think that women were more mature than men for a long time. But maybe they are. Maybe I don't give men enough credit because men think in a certain way as well. Men are a lot less likely, in my opinion, to be empathetic to a certain situation, person, feelings. Let me have you. Because we're more like suck it up. Men are more. Is there a difference between the word logical and empathy? Let's think about that for a second. Ms. Liability is saying I'm right about that. So, are men more logical than women? And is empathy realistic in all situations or in certain situations? Where do you apply empathy? How often do you apply it? Looking out for another's situation outside of yourself. Can't do it all the time, right? Can't give all the time. It's just something to think about. But who am I? What are we talking about? Apply it directly to. All right. We'll see where that one goes. Aren't you? Let's see here. All right. And nah, I'll let that slide. So obviously not in all situations can we be empathetic. We do have to think about ourselves. Gotta love yourself first. Then you can project love outwardly. Can you be empathetic to yourself? Are you in touch with your own feelings? Do you make the right decision every single time? Sometimes we in life have choices to make, and not all of our choices are easy. Sometimes you get the lesser of two evils, meaning one choice sucks and the other's worse. Well, one thing has to be made. You have to choose one. Do you sacrifice your integrity, your decorum, your decency to be empathetic to another person, which is yourself as well? Include yourself. Hell no. Charity writes, hell no. That's fine. It's okay. Listen to yourself. Make the right decisions. And usually they go in hand with being an empathetic person. Sometimes you got to listen to your feelings rather than. Yep. All right. Let's see. Let's read some comments. Petty Dragon Fruit writes, Pippi writes, four attributes of empathy are perspective, staying out of judgment, recognizing emotions, and communicating, understanding, allowing you to connect with someone by seeing their world. That's what I covered. Think outside yourself, putting yourself in another person's shoes. All synonym phrases, yes. They're called dark empaths. I meant to make GOS a mod. I forgot about that. Oops. There he is. Trolls can use empathy to push buttons. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, you're right, Ghost. Depends on the situation. It does. Like I said, choices. That definitely, yes. But that goes with any emotion. Depends on the situation. I guess one can hope and pray that we make the right decision, and usually it takes a little bit of thought, a little bit of thinking. Sure. Thank you. Copy, paste, paste, copy, paste. There we go. One more time for good measure. Kind of makes me think, what would Books for Moses would think about the topic of empathy? He would probably say I should shut my cracker ass up. Anyways, I miss him. Okay. Empathy. Taking on people's feelings, see? All right. Well, I'm going to leave you with a thought. Till the next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Good night.